Welcome, Virgo, to your Mercury retrograde reading. Hope you guys are doing great out there. If your friends like this, hit that big old like button and subscribe. Okay, let's see what's going on. Best messages, please. Using the manifestation cards. It is a great time to manifest, my friends. Okay, so make sure that you are scripting. Get your Christmas wish list out. Yeah, that's a great time now. Right. Make sure that you really script that well. Make those miracles happen as emotions are high. Okay, let's see. It is a time to take a time out. A lot of people are getting this. A lot of people are getting that card. It's a very popular card. So let's see what's going on. Give yourself permission to stop. Sometimes we just need to slow down and rest up. And yet so often we keep on pushing and pushing, even though there are clear signs that we should stop. Taking time out will allow you to replenish your energy and return revitalized with an abundance of focused energy. Excuse me. Okay, so we are going also into the new moon of Sagittarius. I put a short up for that because I didn't have time to do the whole reading. So if you guys didn't watch the short, it'll give you the kind of idea of what's going on for the new moon. Okay, so, but if it, I'll kind of bring it in. It's like you just had the new moon of renewal and readjustment of Scorpio, right? Yeah, we all know. Right, but this one's going to readjust it again. It's like you just went through all those towers. You just went through all those karmics. And now Mercury retrograde being here is going to test you on those karmics, test you on those things as the new moon is now revitalizing, bringing in the miracles. That's why I said right now is a good time to make that magic happen. So start scripting using your boards, things, your abundance boards, things like that. Okay, let's see. Vision boards, that's what I wanted to say, guys. Okay, so it says you got the love. Codependency and boundaries. So this is really talking about those boundaries. Yeah. This is a time to really solve conflicts within your family or your friends and set necessary boundaries, guys, to protect your energy. It's all about taking that time out, protecting that energy, right? Dealing with any kind of family or domestic issues. Like I said, friends, family, co-workers, okay, issues that can be draining you. It's an important time to remember that you have the power to create new, right, dreams, new boundaries, new things forward. Okay, so give yourself permission to do so, right? And, it's also the time, too, that if you want to continue to make those boundaries to let things go, right? Let's say, I don't want to fix this. I want you to go away. Right? This gives you the courage to step up and change things around, allowing you to say what it is you want to say. Hey, if I want to fix this with you, let's fix this. If I want to fix this with you so you will go away, then let's do so. Okay, it's going to be up to you on what you want to fix and how you want to fix it. Remember, this is the I remember card. Soul plan, the fated life versus the destined path. You are in control of creating your destiny. Okay, you are the writer of your life. So you can rewrite your life right now. And it's a great time in Sagittarius, especially with the new moon in Sagittarius as we're in Sagittarius season, because remember, the Sagittarius is the magician. So it says, where I take action, I can make magic happen. I have the tools within to allow things to be rescripted, allow things to be rewritten the way I want to write them. So really focus on what it is you want. That's why I said right now is a great time to write your Christmas wish list, which is just scripting. I actually did it that way. I wrote Dear universe, dear Santa, right? This is what I want for Christmas. And I actually did my scripting that way. I'm going to see if that actually works, right? Because I figure, hey, why not, right? Make our dreams come true. Any way that you can be creative. It is a very creative time. This is Sagittarius. It's a time to create fire energy. It's time to make those leaps and bounds, taking on fresh new steps, fresh new opportunities. Allow that to encourage you to do so. Step up to the plate, right? Whatever it is you want. It's kind of like you're reworking things for the new year. Don't wait to the new year, guys, to rewrite things. Use that Sagittarius energy. I mean, you know, and that's a good idea, not just for this year, but for every year. You know, you want to rewrite that plan, get things going for the new year. A lot of people want to say, oh, during the new year. Well, actually, it's better if you actually do it during a time where we can be creative, a time where we can create. This is magician time. The magician is a Sagittarius card. So let's get in there and make that magic happen. Okay, so it says, trying one more time, aimlessly drifting, avoiding, don't have the fear of change or the fear of loss or the fear of love. It says that, you know, when you have this, you can solve these problems. Don't allow your fears to be, and your traumas to be who you are. Walk away from them. I think the bottom of the deck too, yeah, was uncertainty. And the next card coming out is problems when it comes to the manifestation cards. I was kind of looking at those right now because I was release your past and bless your past is underneath the uncertainty. So in actuality, if we think of this, just bless your past, release that past. Do not allow your past to be who you are today. Your past is not who you are. Don't dwell in the past. Make what it is you want. Make the new you. Align yourself with your personal values, making way for these new opportunities to come through, right? The problems over here card is the card asks you to view any problems as an opportunity rather than a crisis. Whenever we identify a problem, our very recognition and acknowledgement of this difficulty creates an opportunity to seek potential solution. As long as a problem remains unseen or indeed denied, the doorway to potential solution remains closed. Sorry, guys, if you can hear my husband in the background. He is a Taurus, but he is very loud. He's usually at work, but he has today off. But he is just a very loud individual. He's Sag rising too, so maybe that even makes him a little more louder. But anyways, I'm sorry if you can hear him. That's just the way it is, though. I've been with him for 30 years, so I'm used to it. Okay, so anyways, you have the fall into my arms, surrender, holding these opposites, extremes of life. Remember that every opportunity that we have comes with having some kind of conflict from the past, right? Because we learn from our past. So we want to bless our past because we would say, if it wasn't for this conflict, if it wasn't for this happening that was bad, I wouldn't be the person that I am today because I grew from it. I understand. I grow stronger from it. Right? Because now I have the opportunity to understand what I'm going to take and what I'm not going to take, especially when it comes to boundaries. So you guys are actually growing, right? You're growing and you know it. You know it because you know that this year you will not be the same person as you were last year. And if you are, then you need more growth, right? But for the majority of you, I would say no. The weight of the world is the boundary, so let it go. It's not yours anymore to carry. Just let it go. Activate where your power is and trust that you're being led in the right direction. You guys know where you're going. Allow the universe to take you, as I always see it, like think of it as it's an angel who's got its wings spread around you and they're cuddling you, pushing you into the new directions with protection. If they're coddling you within their wings, they're protecting you because your guardian angel, your spirit guides are protecting you as you're being led to these opportunities. But remember, it always comes from you first to allow such things to happen. Okay? So let's see what we have here. We have the new cards. I got 2 decks of new cards. I got one from last month and then one this month. So let's see what's going on here. This says guilt is a normal feeling. Just breathe in and let it go. Do not allow your guilt to hold you back. We're all going to feel guilty, but you have to let that go and forgive, right? Forgiveness is the way to be. Give your inner critic a vacation day. Be kind to yourself. Yeah, stop worrying about what it is that I did this wrong, I did that wrong. Just remember that it's time for change. This Mercury retrograde really wants you to change, guys. I really want you to let go of those past feelings so that you can enhance new feelings, right? And give yourself new expectations, allowing yourself to heal from the scars of your past, right? Forgiving your past. I think we might need that card. Blessing your past. There it is. Blessing your past. Oh, yes, because it says forgiving ourselves is under the bless your past in the back. So, and forgiveness of others is next to that as well. So, yes, you know. So this one says a useful tool to help us to let go of any emotional residue that is still clinging to us from our past experiences to bless your past. Whenever the memory of an event or person comes to mind, pause and say to yourself, I bless every aspect of my past and I celebrate the contribution that it gave me in becoming the person that I am today. That's exactly what I already said. And then remember to forgive others and ourselves. So, in which they're together. So, you know, we would use those as together because we would want to forgive ourselves as we forgive others, right? And forgiving others is, you know, is what we need because we really can't be forgiven if we can't forgive others, right? Which is crazy. I just had this, I should have wrote it down, but I was having this, I don't know what I can't think of the word that I was, but anyways, it was a message that came to me yesterday when I was trying to take a nap after making that huge dinner that I made. But that's what it was reminding me is that you know, if you can't forgive others, how can I forgive you? The universe says. So it was kind of like, okay, that's the aha moment. I remember that you can't change anyone but yourself. So you can forgive others. You can forgive everything that's going around you. Okay, but you cannot change anyone around you. Okay, you can only change what you are doing. If they want to pick up the pace, you know, within these boundaries and they want to change, okay, and they want to do what they want to reconcile with you or however, then fine, but you cannot make them do so. There's going to be a lot of people during this Mercury retrograde because it's a karmic cycle, Mercury retrograde, to where people will not want to reconcile. They will not understand the understanding of what Mercury retrograde really means. Right? So you can push that out there, and whether or not they believe you or not is going to be a whole nother story. Right? That's up to them. They can believe whatever they want to believe, but remember, more than anything, if they do not believe, and those who are not changing and not doing anything, you're going to put up with the same bullshit year after year, Mercury retrograde after Mercury retrograde. That's why it's very important to set these boundaries so they understand what's going on within a situation. Okay? And a lot of people will not heal. A lot of people will not understand or are too closed-minded to get it. Right? And they're going to struggle, and you're going to watch them struggle as you are moving on and you are growing. And a lot of times this is why we end up having struggles with other people. I found this myself as I am growing stronger, and I am, you know, I am like a tree. See you guys' self as a tree, and they're a tree. You grew into this big, giant, beautiful tree, and you have new branches and new leaves, and they're sitting over here as a stump. They haven't grown much. That causes a problem because as you become grown and have this maturity and this understanding and this spiritual maturity, they're sitting over here, and it's going to be hard for you guys to move together. Okay, so trust yourself always and trust others once they've actually earned the trust. Can they be trusted? Well, the boundaries. But release any expectations from them. Meaning, because you can't change them. So it's saying right now in this Mercury retrograde time, even though you know you're growing, don't expect them to go in the direction you're going in. Don't expect them to understand everything you understand. You could be inspired to teaching, but you can't expect them. It's just like with this channel. I can't expect everybody to watch this reading. I can't expect them to understand what I'm saying, and I can't expect them to believe me, right? They could say you're full of shit and leave, right? And that's on them, right? So take the responsibility for your choices. This is your life to live, so you need to own it. You need to own it, need to know it. Because in the end, it's always going to come down to you and those who actually can grow with you. Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, that's just the way I can't really explain it anymore because it really is the truth, right? I mean, and you'll even meet some of those people who can meet you halfway, but don't know, but don't understand everything. Just allow them to grow on their own, as you're making boundaries. So just be your authentic self, and anything else is just exhausting. It says, because Spirit says everything else is just exhausting. Don't waste your breath too much, my friends. Okay, because you're just going to exhaust yourself trying to make people understand. And don't waste your breath on people who don't want to get it. So for self-healing, we're going to use the self-healing cards. Your intuition is going to be directly on. Listen to your intuition at this time because your intuition is going to be very open. So make sure that you are meditating. When people do get on your nerves, don't want to listen. Even if you're making boundaries and don't get it, just meditate. Like I said, don't waste your breath too much. Just make them kind of understand. This is what it is. Too bad. Now I'm not talking about it anymore. I mean, sometimes that's just called putting your foot down. Right? Instead of exhausting yourself to make someone understand. Clear your energy field. Do not allow energy vampires to come in. Make sure that you are cleaning and clearing. Okay? So that way you can make sure you're always as positive as you can be during this time. And when things do become frustrating, don't sit in that frustrated spot for too long. Remember, the universe is testing you. Okay? So you have the abundance planning, which I already talked about in the very beginning. So I won't go over that again, but you do know that it is time to make that wish list, right? Things I want. And then positive affirmations. Just make sure that you're always keeping positive towards yourself, even when people want to bring you down. Remember, everybody's here for a reason. Okay? But make sure that you are giving yourself positive affirmations, even when and remember, Mercury retrograde is emotions are high, intelligence is low, you manifest very fast, so don't be manifesting things that you don't want, okay? As soon as you start thinking something, change it around to something positive of what you want. Instead of this, that, there, the other. Instead of saying, I'm dumb, you say, I'm smart enough not to know better. Try to turn it around, right? Because the energy is very high. So this will strengthen your positive lessons, okay, and keep you going strong. And keep you from also not being as drained. I've already had a couple of Mercury retrograde issues with videos. I lost a few videos, so now I'm here to redo them again. And that's okay, because I just said, that's fine. That's fine. It just is what it is, and then I just carried through. Right? I'm not going to sit in that lower vibration. Just gonna, go through it. Okay, so let's see what's going on. So it's about, the overall cards for you is find ways to lighten up and not take everything so serious. Wow, that's crazy. That's what I just said. I just kind of just whatever. I lost them. Screw it. I don't care. I'll redo them. Right? Because, man, I was very frustrated, you guys. And then I was like, whoa, stop it. Stop that. Right? So taking your power back. And that's what it says. You have the power to take control of your life, career, and finances. Focus on your needs. Now, I didn't want to sit in that energy very long. Do not allow yourself, when people frustrate you, to get you into a place where you're so frustrated that it causes more negativity and for more things to backfire on you, because then it's going to go from one to the next, and then you'll be like, Mercury retrograde sucks, right? And that's usually why it does, is because we get into a few frustrating situations, and then it just builds that energy, okay, until it just feels like it's just all shitty, okay? But that's not what we're doing. We're reiterating it into when it gets frustrating, let it go so we can make into a positive energy so well where we can manifest things we want instead of things we don't want, because it has a very good way of making things happen that we don't want to happen. So it's all about mind power. Use your intelligence, analyze data logic, and think rationally. Lead with your mind. And it's going to be a little hard, though, when emotions are high and intelligence is low, right? So really listen to your intuition. That way you can use that manpower, that mind power, excuse me. Okay, remember that you are protected. Like I said, just trust your guardian angel is right there for your well-being. You will have the wellness. Go after what it is you truly want. Okay? Wow. Very beautiful reading, my friends. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.